Thank you for the panel for being here today. You know, an entry-level economics class could explain why price controls at a grocery store would lead to food shortages, but it's less obvious how something like broadband could be impacted by price controls. So my question is to you, Ms. Bloomfield, what harm could come from a price control on broadband, and how would that affect people in my district, rural East Tennesseans or other rural communities having their networks built by the BEAD program be hurt by a price cap on broadband, which on the surface sounds like a great deal?
I appreciate the question greatly. So I do think that, you know, the important thing has been allowing some of the states to really be able to determine using data and quantifiable analysis in terms of what rates make the most sense for their states. So I think that flexibility is really important. Obviously, not all states adhere to that. You know, I look at the state of New York mandating $15. That's going to make it very difficult to bring any provider to the table. However, I would say that the unsung hero, you know, in terms of affordability and things to be pondering on that, really is the Universal Service Program. Because if that program goes away, rural rates will go up to probably about, you know, our latest survey shows about $163 a month for rural consumers. We start weighing some of that, then, you know, whether or not you build the network will become irrelevant because people won't be able to afford it.
That's terrible, $163 a month. Mr. Alwyn, my constituents are just the type you describe in your testimony. My district's very rural. Many homes are nestled away in the mountains, a lot of them in the Great Smoky Mountains, beyond the sight line of the nearest tower. So how does Tarana utilize spectrum to deliver high-quality internet beyond the sightlines of its towers, and why should taxpayer dollars from the BEAD program go towards your technology?
Yeah, it's one of the great things I've experienced in my career in Silicon Valley, is that things that weren't possible all of a sudden become possible with another turn of the crank, and this is one of those moments. And specifically the way we just quite technical, but you can think of it as we are able to, in the digital domain, reconstruct signals of reflections and refractions, and actually reconstruct a signal even though it's bouncing off of all kinds of things in real time. It's a quite interesting mathematics trick, but what it results in is a non-line of sight, very high reliability signal at very high speeds. And we're seeing that the demonstrations we've done, including with Ms. Eshu and around the country, have really proven out that we can do non-line of sight, even through trees, at very high speeds. And the impact of that is the issue. In a lower density area, that's economics. That's economics. That means you can offer it to more people a great service.
Okay. Well, I think that's it, Mr. Chairman. I'll yield back.
Gentlelady yields back.